So what is Retro Electro? That idea came around about a year and a half ago when I was sitting on my couch. I was living over in Kits, and I thought, man, we got to do something to get our vehicles off the fossil fuels. And in my opinion, it'd be a lot of fun to build a company car that was electric and doing something good for the environment. But we can't get rid of our retro fleet. We can't get rid of our 50s and 60s and 70s vehicles. We've been doing that for 10 years since our inception, and that's a key part of our brand and our fun, frankly. So I thought, why not turn a retro vehicle into an electric vehicle? Show people that you can build an electric car that is an awful lot of fun and not restricted. This is our work car, right? And I mean, I pitched the idea to the fellas and gals at the brewery, and I knew I couldn't do it by myself, so I approached a friend of mine, and we've been buddies since the early days of university. He lives here in Vancouver, and he's the head engineer at a company in town here called Azure Dynamics. And he does this stuff for a living, so I said, Trevor, you got to help me. If I do this project, I really need you to watch over my shoulder. I need to learn from you. And I said, Trevor, it's not going to be like other electric cars. It's going to be a hot rod. It's going to be fast. It's going to do a burnout. It's going to be the coolest car you've ever seen. And he kind of cocked his eye a little bit at me, and off we went. Well, we needed a truck. I wanted to build something as close to the '57 gas Chevy as we had, and I was parked over in East Vancouver, and somebody had left a note for me on my windscreen saying, I've got a 1958 Chevy Apache for sale, wondering if you're interested. And I was totally interested, and we decided to come and see the truck. And it's an interesting story. The truck was actually over on Gibson's at the time, but we learned enough and we knew fairly early on that it was going to be perfect for us. So we had it barged over. We met the family and we met the truck for the first time, and we decided to buy it right there and then. It was in pretty rough shape.
No, it's just, nobody knows this truck is just fantastic,
It was such a bucket of bolts, I didn't think Greg would go for it. And then he came out here, it was November of 2009 when we bought the truck. And over the last year and a half, I've been, I guess, put in touch with some really interesting guys. Greg Murray at Electric Auto Sports, Joe Mizak, who's a master mechanic. I mean, he did a beautiful job restoring that truck. Lloyd with the paint, unbelievable. Stephanie with her sign painting and painting of the truck. Just a great bunch of guys. And it's allowed me to get introduced to some fantastic people and get dialed into a community I really enjoy being a part of, which is the old car community. It's been great getting to know guys like Vern, who seem to know everybody in the city that likes cars. I've had a lot of fun. So here we're heading off to Joe's garage.